You always should jiggle your balls, I think. Just give them a little jiggle. Bounce them up and down a bit.
I cannot believe it is almost the end of 2021. It has gone by so quickly. I spent the first half of it in Australia, second half of it in China. It's been a year of adventure and new friendships and of course food, and that's what I wanted to reflect upon today. But since I spent the first half of this year in Australia eating food with two very, very special people, I thought let's make this a group effort. So with that being said, hey Mum, hey Dad.
Hi babe.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you guys. How's everything going in Australia?
Oh, good. It's finally warming up now.
Warming up,
We've
yeah.
had such a cold December.
If you guys weren't already aware, Australia is in the southern hemisphere, which means that going into Christmas and New Year, it's actually the hottest time of year, whereas for people in the northern hemisphere, like where I am now in Beijing, it's super, super cold because it's currently winter and it's in the northern hemisphere.
If we had a white Christmas in Sydney, that would be serious
It would
global
be very,
problems.
very surprising.
You'll be happy to know things are going well here for me in Beijing. This is my room. I have a room. I have a place of residence. I pay rent.
Wow.
I'm a grown-up.
You're grown
You're
up.
a big
Oh,
girl.
look at you.
I wanted to ask, since I've been gone, have you guys continued to eat Chinese food and go out on some adventures on your own?
Yes, we have.
Yes. Well, this is interesting. We went to a lovely restaurant in Chatswood with a friend of ours. Surprisingly, because we went from, looking at beef, like a congee and going, oh, I don't think so. It looks a bit unappetizing. Yeah. Then you introduced us to congee.
Very exciting moment. Mum and Dad's first ever congee.
And then we had the most amazing lobster congee in this restaurant. And it's just like, oh my gosh,
and I ordered
amazing.
it. You would have been so proud of me.
I'm so proud. Since we spent half of this year together making so many fun memories and eating all these amazing foods, let's have a bit of a reflect on some of our most favorite and also our least favorite foods of this year.
Oh, like a retrospective.
Yes, a year in review. I've actually come up with a list of 5 top foods, the 5 favorite foods that we've had this year, and I've put it together in this little...
That's pretty cool.
Do we have a drum roll sound effect?
Should we start? Do we just go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So these are our favourite things that we've had this year.
Yes.
Okay.
So number
Okay.
5, we're going to start with
Number
number 5 and then work our way to number 1. So,
Yeah.
oh, salted duck.
Yes.
The flavour of that duck was ridiculous. Yeah.
Unexpected. It just looked so bland, and you're looking for the sauce going, gotta dip this into something. It looks so bland.
It looked plain, didn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
so juicy.
So tasty,
Oh.
yeah.
So many layers of flavour in that.
We had such a fun time eating some Nanjing foods together, which made it all the more exciting to actually go to Nanjing and have all the foods that I had with you for the first time and have it again in Nanjing, so I could compare. And I actually had a bit of a funny experience because when I made my video in Nanjing, right, I kept on saying, oh, look how many duck shops there are in Nanjing. And in Nanjing, the duck shops are called yazidian. So we are here at Weixiang Yazidian. And so throughout the video, I keep saying, oh, look, you can find yazidian here, yazidian, yazidian, yazidian. I said it like about 50 times. You don't have to go far before you come across a yazidian by visiting one of these yazidian. And on my Chinese social media, there are all these comments like, stop saying yazidian, stop saying it. Because in Chinese, yazidian is like, I don't know, slang for male escort service.
Oh, really?
Hello.
Which I now know, but I had no idea. In Nanjing, they've developed another way to refer to duck shops, which I believe when I was there, someone told me it's like Zhangyazi.
It's a good way to expand your Chinese vocabulary, isn't it? You're learning all sorts of new words, albeit accidentally.
Pretty sure, actually I'm positive, I'll never need a yaojiden, so I better learn that other word. I know one thing I wouldn't like. I wouldn't like to be a duck in Nanjing. I don't think you stand a chance. You wouldn't want to have a pet duck, would you? Leave the gate open. Where's your duck? Oh, sorry. Sorry, we baked it.
Ready? Number 4.
Number 4.
Squirrel fish.
Squirrel fish. Oh yes. Yeah, we've been back there. I don't know, 4 or 5 times.
And that speaks for itself.
We went for our anniversary.
I can't believe I had never tried squirrel fish before this year because it's one of my favorite things. Like, and you know, also as a foreigner, I do love that sweet and sour flavor profile. I am guilty of it, and that's exactly what squirrelfish is. And you know, it's presented in such a grand way. And remember, Dad, when we went there for the first time, we actually went into the back kitchen to see them making it. And the preparation is insane. Like the knife skills to make this, you know, cutting all the bone, because it's a boneless dish. And oh. And
that's been one of the fun things too, because, you know, you're videoing and people are passionate about their stuff and they take us out in the back areas. And, you know, we've made noodles in the back, or I've attempted to make noodles. And you know, other places that we've seen has been great.
I always enjoy seeing a dish being made before it comes to my plate, because sometimes when you're at a restaurant you get kind of desensitized to the fact that, you know, this fish was caught from somewhere. Someone had to catch the fish, someone had to bring the fish in, someone had to prepare the fish, cook the fish, and put time and effort into making it taste delicious. And if you just get it presented to you on a plate, you kind of forget that whole process. But when you go to the back kitchen and you see them prepare it and the knife skills needed to make it, it just adds a whole new dimension to the dish. Well, shall we move to number 3?
Move to number 3, yes.
I've forgotten what it is actually. So let's see what it is.
No, it's a surprise for all of us.
It is, oh, Chaoshan beef hot pot.
Which is the Chaoshan beef hot
This
pot?
is one
That you haven't had.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember that.
You were walking. You and I, Amy, had a special meat experience.
This is like
on the wall.
probably one of the foods that you will go crazy over, but you weren't there for. If you were there, your brain probably would have exploded. It's like a beef feast, but Mum, maybe you can take Dad for Chaoshan beef hot pot, and maybe you can record a little bit of the experience.
If you're a good boy, if you're
Well,
a very good boy, maybe I'll take him.
I have the power, so Amy taught me, so let's go. Sam's Chaoshan hot pot in Eastwood. That's where we are. We're going to have a lovely meal. Here we go. We're having beef extravaganza. We've got shin, we've got Scotch fillet, we've got beef balls, we've got satay sauce chili and soup. It's going to be big.
What do you think of those balls, John?
I think they're very nice balls. They're sticky balls. Do you hold on to it or?
No, just let it go. Or hold on to it, but just do a couple of it. It's only been for a few seconds.
No, I can't find it.
And now you got to dip it in your sauce, in that beautiful satay sauce. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that melts in my mouth. It's been 10 minutes. Give them a little jiggle. You always should jiggle your balls, I think. Just give them a little jiggle. Bounce them up and down a bit. Amy's been recently bouncing her balls. Bouncing her balls.
Perhaps we don't do that.
I don't think I'll just... Oh, a little bit like an airy sausage. Just a really nice piece of meatball with slightly springy texture. Good to be Blondie's dad.
Coming back to you from the past, Dad, I have to tell you, you enjoyed your Chaoshan beef hot pot, but you don't know it yet. Well, let's move on to number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Now this is the only one on this list that you guys have not tried and we didn't try together. So this I've had since I've come back to China, and I feel like this is going to be surprising to some people. That's number 2 on my list, but it's one of those foods that I think about all the time. I drool over when I'm sleeping, like I wake up and there's a bit of a puddle of drool on my bed.
Really?
Donkey burger!
Donkey burger?
Burger. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Is that a common thing? I saw the video, obviously.
It's from Hebei, which is an area near Beijing. It's like a neighboring, like, provincial area. And I actually only tried it for the first time a couple of months ago with my friends Nico and Jack. And I wasn't expecting anything big. You know, I'd heard about it. I kind of was, you know, I wanted to try it, but I wasn't in any rush for it. But it's crispy bread. The meat itself is so flavorful, and what I really like about it, it has so many textures. It also has this thing called menza in it, which is a kind of like potato starch jelly thing, and it's amazing. It's so good. I'm obsessed with donkey burgers. This was almost number 1.
I like pretty much everything that I eat, but it's not often that I'll come across something that I'm like far out Brussels sprout. I need this every day of my life. I think we've got a new favourite food.
Right now, my top travel destination that I wish I could go to is Hebei and just be in a donkey paradise. Apparently there's like another type of donkey burger, and then they also have like donkey soup and just donkey everything. Okay, so guys, the moment we have been waiting for.
Number 1.
Top food for
Top food.
2021. This food that we're about to reveal, we had for the first time this year, and we've both had subsequently many times. Number 1, roast goose.
Oh yes, yeah, roast goose.
Goose. Oh,
Yeah, number 1. Yeah, that's good.
definitely.
Yeah, a roast goose.
Huge fan of that. That's Shunda's
Yeah,
specialty.
Shunda's
roast
special.
goose.
Oh my goodness, that's really good. Wow, that's really good. It's really good. I really like it.
But actually, the next video that I release on my channel next week is me going to Shunda and eating roast goose. So I actually now have a comparison, and both of them are amazing, a little bit different, but it was amazing to be in Shunda eating the dish that we were so, into.
Probably one of my favourite ever dishes.
Well, yeah, this is our top 5 list of foods that we loved this year.
Well, I don't know about the donkey burger, but I agree with
I agree
all
with
the
all
other
the
4.
others.
What would we add for number 2 if we could do a number 2? The shao kao? Or the beef noodles. I love those beef noodles.
How good are the noodles, huh?
Very good.
Lanzhou beef noodles. We've been back there, and that they were really good.
We've had such an amazing year together, well, the first half of the year together, and not only foods that we absolutely loved, but also some foods that we didn't love so much. So I wanted to talk about those. So I thought, let's go around in a circle and share the food this year that we didn't necessarily like.
Oh, no, yes. I know one. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I know one.
You go first, Dad.
Which one?
I know one.
I suspect you might know which one.
Colon and brown sauce.
Oh.
Come on.
I still remember your face when I was telling you, what's the mark of a good colon in brown sauce? They've told me it still has a bit of smell.
It's got that
A little bit.
special smell.
Yeah.
And the thing that was really disturbing was that I got a big piece of colon caught between my teeth. So I had this bit of colon flapping around between my teeth for half an hour or an hour before I could get home and finally floss it out.
So Mum, what for you is a food that you had this year that you'd say you probably wouldn't want to have again?
I have to say, and I know a lot of people will roll their eyes at this, but durian puff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can smell the durian in it.
Smells like fart.
I have to get over the smell, to be honest. It kind of tastes like mango pureed with onion.
It's a durian, it's a little fart in a pastry.
John described it perfectly, saying it was a fart in pastry.
A fart,
And-
yeah, it's like a
And
fart in your mouth.
it was,
Yeah.
I just did not like it. I didn't like the aftertaste. And the thing that really got me with it was after I ate this thing, it was one of the last things we ate because it's a sweet. And this was during the pandemic when we had to be all wearing masks, which I guess we had to do on and off. And I'm walking through the shopping centre and I'm going, oh, that smell is awful, and I can smell it through my mask. What is that? Oh, that's really gross. And I'm saying to John, can you smell that? And he's like, what? I said, it's a dreadful smell. And I realised it was my breath after the durian puff. It was awful. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Never again. I'm offending myself with this.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But
Anyway.
anyway, what's yours?
So mine is actually something I tried here in Beijing, and it's, not like an intestine, or it's not anything to do with durian. It's something kind of unexpected and unassuming. It's the first thing that I've put in my mouth that I'm like, I'm not interested.
I reckon I know what this is from your videos.
What is it?
I want to say.
What is it?
It's the
Yeah, say it.
the Empress's thing that she loved.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
I'm right. Your look on your face when you ate that, I thought she hates it.
Not impressed.
I actually got myself some that I can try again here and
Okay,
see if
yeah.
maybe my taste buds have developed in the last 3 months since I ate it. So
Just remind me, what's it called?
it's called Wan Do Huang.
Huan Do Hua.
So here it is.
Texture is important.
Well, it looks like a caramel slice.
It looks delicious. Like, it looks like something I would really like. It has this texture that's like, like it's quite paste-like. Like the smell, it smells like shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah, like a bit,
Shoes.
just like mildew maybe, like a bit like mildew.
Oh, you're really selling it.
Oh, good.
Shoes with mildew.
Favourite.
No, look, I can see the upper lip go when she does that. As soon as she eats, this bit goes. You know when Amy doesn't like something, viewers, when her lip goes.
Oh no. No. It's not any better on the second tasting.
I just don't like it.
Well, that's okay. You're not meant to love everything.
Aside from this, there hasn't really been anything else that I have this strong emotion I don't like that. So pretty much everything I put into my mouth I like. Yeah, well guys, thank you so much for joining me and making this wrap-up video with me. I've had so much fun. It is, you know, past your lunchtime. It's after 12 there, so get yourself some food, enjoy that, and yeah, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you to everyone for watching this video, and I'm wishing everyone out there a very, very merry, happy new year. And thank you so much for supporting me and my family and watching my videos this year. We really appreciate it, all the lovely comments, and we're sending you just all the best wishes heading into the new year. So big kisses from me, and big kisses from Mum and Dad.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays over to everyone, and stay safe.
And like I always say on Amy's channel, SLC, because she's our baby and she's worth it.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Yeah, feel free to subscribe and to like and to comment. And yeah, bye, guys. I miss you.
Bye.
See you in the new year.
Bye.
Bye, guys. And bye, guys.